Good morning, Greg here, burning at both ends, burning on the front end of Friday, 6:22 a.m. Pacific, back in Albany, back from Denver. I was in Lakewood, Colorado all week on this I-Corps program, so we were wrapping up the I-Corps program. This is this technology transfer training, DOE funded, that I've been doing for the last 8 weeks, so we wrapped it up. Feel really good about it. Definitely feel like I put in like 100%. I mean, I have no regrets about it. Which is awesome, and that's what I wanted to do going in, and I'm really proud that I accomplished that goal. I think that my team did a great job. I was so impressed with our industry mentor, Alan. When they detail on the front end, like the level of effort, they say that industry mentor is about 15% of their time. And this person, by the way, is completely voluntary. We do have about $75K for this program to spend mostly on labor, and so that funds my time mostly and our principal investigator's time. But Alan is not funded, and he's only 15%. So what is that? That's, I don't know, a handful of hours a week, and he was definitely putting in substantially more, and I was really impressed with that. And I think he really got a kick out of what we were doing and where it was going, and the end result of this program, right? So that's the whole point, is that you go through this program, you do at least 75 customer discovery interviews, you build this business model canvas, you build this ecosystem, so that way you understand what the model is, you do your best shot at like a cost and pricing and a revenue stream, and who partners are going to be. Of course, if you look at the business model canvas, you essentially fill out all 9 blocks. And then at the end, they say, well, so what are you going to do? Are you going to proceed with something? Is it, did you pivot too much and it's just too early to tell, like, what's the best product market fit? Or even if you found a great fit, are you just not going to, spin out a company and, have a startup? And there were some groups that came in with a company already formed. There was one group where one of the people, they're going to be starting at an accelerator, like one of these like incubator type places on Monday, and so he will have his company, and he'll be leveraging all this work that he just did. Other folks are just going to go back to doing what they were doing before, and then there are teams like us where we're going to try to get to the next milestone and peek around the corner to see what may be available for us. So we do have a proposal in right now for some more funding that doesn't come till February, but it's not guaranteed. We might not get it. If we don't get it, then it would be really challenging, I think, for us to move this forward, because that would require, a startup. That would require going after funding. We don't really, and that was our biggest challenge is, we're hardware. We have a lot of technical risk to retire. We only really have a proof of concept, so there's a lot of work to do there. And the government does, one of the great things about our government is that they do fund extremely risky things, which is exactly what this is. And so that's why us getting this funding, it's a substantial amount, would be great. If we don't get it, finding someone that would write a big enough check, like a 7-figure check for several years, would be tough. And of course, it probably wouldn't come as one check. It would come as, a 6-figure check. Here, get to this milestone in 6 months or 8 months. Here's another 6-figure check. Get to this next milestone in 6 to 8 months. It would be something like that. But overall, from the beginning to here's an MVP that we can hand to one of the industry OEMs to test, to do like a real, as a test, as in like, yeah, we can now build a machine around this. We're probably looking at 2 to 3 years. So imagine that 6 to 8 month cycle times 4 or 5 times 6 figures each. So you're easily looking at several $1 million. I think we estimated about 4 to 5. Maybe we could do it with 3. It's hard to tell. That's how much risk there is, and that's why we really need to go to this conference in Europe, find some experts, build an advisory team, see if people that are live and breathe this stuff think that this is a good idea, and we can work through this all this risk. And so that's where we are. This is as I mentioned last night, this is the entrepreneur's dilemma. To what idea do I commit fully? Right? That's the idea, or that's the dilemma, not the idea. And what I was getting at last night is like, it's, is it an idea that our entrepreneur really commits to, or is it like a team? I'm thinking it's more of a team, right? Because, a lot of ideas. And the whole point of the, lean startup model, this thing that we learned at iCore is the ability to pivot, the ability to let the market tell us where we might need to move. Maybe our first idea wasn't the right one. Most likely it's not going to be. I mean, that's that. Unless, someone's been in the business for, a decade and they really understand, but then that's not, that's a different, type of a person. And also that, it's not really going to be a brand new idea or a groundbreaking technology, if that's the case, right? It's going to be really, really hard to understand a disruptive technology or a very new, intense technology, where it's going to fit in the market. And so that's why we do this customer discovery. That's why we have this concept of pivoting. That's why we iterate on this so many times, and we just bang on it so many times. I mean, this stuff is like it's been etched into my head. It's into my brain, not my head. It's a little early this morning. Some of the wrong words are coming out, but anyway, I think you get the idea. This entrepreneur's dilemma is to what do I commit? Really excited, to be back in Albany. Have a bunch of really exciting meetings today, and then this is now kind of a transitionary period for Burn at Both Ends. We have the weekend, then we fly out to South Carolina on Monday to visit my parents. Have the Ends party on Tuesday, so I hop up to New York City for a day. Super excited about that. And then, let's see, August 6th, get back to work. And that's when I start some new projects. We have a very big integration op coming the week of the 13th, so that's exciting. And so in today and over the next week, even though I'll be on vacation, I got to really check in on this integration op, make sure that our prep is going well. This is this HPD thing that appears in the Success Journal. Going to keep the Success Journal going, really enjoying that. And then also you're going to see kind of like a brand new process for Burn at Both Ends. I'm still working on it. I think I figured some pieces out, but still I find that, I have to think hard about what I want to do, and then I got to stop thinking about what I want to do. Let the gears, kind of move in my head off, kind of offline without thinking about it intentionally, and then come back to it. I find that that's how my brain kind of works creatively. And then all of a sudden I'm going to be sitting there doing something random, and the idea is going to pop in my head. Kind of how it works. So want to let that process go. Let it kind of run its course. I think I'm most of the way through. I think I've had a couple of these ideas as to how I want to change or evolve this channel. I want to include Instagram. Of course, I'm loving Ends, and I just want to kind of also with Ends get more intentional with Ends. I really dig the voice-based social platform, and then I've got so much on my plate here, and then I also want to the music piece is really important to me, and so I want to give some time to my man G Money there. And speaking of which, that's the beat in the background, G Money, my alter ego. I write these drum beats, and then I'm just going to summarize the description with like 1 or 2 sentences. I'm not going to describe it the way I usually do. Check out the description, bunch of cool links down there. That's all I'm going to say. If you like what you hear, this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. The things I'm trying, the things I'm tasting. Trying to be bold, trying to get myself out of my comfort zone. So subscribe if you like what you hear. Comment down below. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me about your journey. Ask questions. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear anything, and I'd love to be of service. So if there's anything I can do to help you out, I'd love to give it a shot. So let me know in the comments down below. And that's it. So it's Friday, right? My theory on Friday. This is a day that just pick it up a notch, because a lot of folks lean back on Friday. A lot of folks, kind of check out for the weekend, especially after lunch. Friday afternoon is a great time to kind of just give an extra kick, go the extra mile, get ahead. do some of those things that, have been lagging throughout the week. When I don't want to hammer on a project, I hammer on a project. Friday's a great day to do it. So that way, you can start the weekend kind of strong and like feeling really good, as opposed to starting the weekend knowing all these things that you didn't do that you got to do Monday anyway. Right? There is that. So anyway, go out, do great things, inspire folks, light it up, and I will see you this evening.